Guys, it's Traffic Cones, and we have a quick segment today on how to remove and replace cam bearings, right? Essentially, the process goes that you would need a hammer, probably a hammer bigger than this, preferably a rubber mallet, because if not, it will do damage to your cam bearing installer. I don't know if you can see it here. There we go. Yeah, so that is something. Not only that, you would need a cam bearing tool. So I'm going to remove this. Here we go. So this is the cam bearing tool. It's an installer. Essentially, this holds in to the entrance of the block, and you will hit it from here. And this is how, this is where the cam bearing sits on. Honestly, it's a relatively simple process. I'm gonna show you guys how to install it and do it right here. All right, so first step, you would stick this in. I would recommend removing the other puck, but I have one hand. And slowly guide it in. You don't want to hit or damage anything. Slowly guide it in, slowly guide it in. So I removed 4 already. I just want to show you guys a tutorial on how to do it. Essentially, you want to hold this part right here because it will fall out if you hit this at the same time. You see, this is the cam bearing tool. It sits, let me see. It sits right at it because it stops right here because there's a cam bearing that's perfectly aligned with it, meaning that there's one still in there, which there clearly is. Once you have it flush and you have it sitting there, essentially, you just hold this in and whack it with a hammer. And I'm gonna show you guys the process. All right, this will work. All right, once you grab the hammer, I have my mini hammer here. Hold the end. And just get the whacking. And just like that, that is how you remove cam bearings. But the process would follow the same suit if you were trying to install cam bearings. So essentially, it's a perfect circle. But the diameter, I'd say the width of where the cam bearing sits at, it gives you equal and enough space to make sure that you're not, what's the proper words? You're not overextending or pushing it all the way out or pushing it too little. So it'll be perfectly flush on both sides. And then there is these holes. There are these holes right here on the side. These are oil passages. So essentially you want to make sure these line up in the block. So let me show you guys here. I gotta slowly remove this. So if you look closely, and I'd say right here. The sun. Here we go. Well, perfect example on this side. All right. So if you see right there, that's one oil passage. And if you look to the right, there is another. Maybe I'm missing something. Hold on. Am I wrong? But yeah, this is the oil passage right here. And one of the holes needs to align with it. I could have sworn there was 2, but I may be wrong. But I know the holes need to align with this to make sure oil gets in and out. But it's a quick segment of how to remove cam bearings at least. I'm gonna have another video coming out of how to install and the full lengthy process of what to do when installing cam bearings. Thank you for watching this quick segment.